Hello again, YouTube. I did a quick video yesterday of my new guitar back there, which was a PRS S2 single cut, 2016. I mentioned in it that I had a Custom 24, which is a proper full core US model. This particular one is the 20th anniversary, and I figured I'd just do another quick video. I've had this thing, I bought it in 2007. We are now 2016, so almost 10 years ago now. It was built in '06. Serial number starts with the 6, which seems to indicate it was built in '06. So yeah, mostly going to be going over quickly why I still love this guitar. This is basically the only guitar I will never sell, no matter what. Why? And compare it a bit to the S2. I made some comparisons when I did the S2 video, so just gonna show that quickly. Go over the features quickly, but overall, it's just been a really good, solid guitar for the past 10 years. It's the guitar that no matter how long I put it down for, when I pick it back up, it's perfectly tuned. I think I fixed the neck once since I bought it, truss rod adjustment. Haven't had to do anything on this guitar except for change the strings. It sounds amazing. I'm probably going to do another quick video after just to do a comparison quickly of all the sounds I can get with this and all the sounds I can get out of the S2. Compare the two sounds. But I'll do that in another video. Like I said, this is just going to be going over the features quickly. So, the same as the S2, this has the locking tuners. This is from '06, like I said, so it's not the open back ones. They're fairly identical to the S2 keys, to be honest with you. I can't even really see much of a difference. It's got the same graphite blend nut that's on my S2. Beautiful top on this thing. This isn't a 10 top, but it's still amazing. The only thing that has happened in the past 10 years, more or less, is that little blemish right there. No idea what that's from, right there. I never dropped it, it's never been knocked around, it's just a little bit of a blemish. It's in the clear coat. Could probably fix it. Doesn't really bother me. I mean, you know, unless you're looking for it. Whatever. The other thing I'm not a huge fan of on this thing is the rotary selector knob. I can't even tell you all the combinations this goes through. It's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 position. I mostly use it all the way one way, all the way the other, which is full humbucker or full neck. It's not as simple as like one of the positions is a coil tap and coil tap's the other one. It's a weird blend of like inside pickups or full and then one inside. Look it up. I've looked it up so many times and it doesn't stay in my head. I can't remember. It's not, it's just not obvious what it does. I don't like it. The only issue is if I wanted to replace this with like a 3-way and a push-pull, I'd have to, the 3-way wouldn't fit exactly in the hole where the rotary is, so they'd have to route it out a little bit, and it's an expensive guitar for one, and for two, it's, like I said, it's the 20th anniversary special edition. I don't want to mess with this too much. It's not like I'm expecting to sell it for big bucks or anything. I don't know, I'm just weird like that. I like to keep my stuff as original as possible. If I swap out some pickups, I'll always make sure I keep the originals. And yeah, I know PRS makes a drop wiring in for switching this to a 3-way, so I mean technically it would be still all original. I just don't like the idea of routing out to make that hole bigger to fit the 3-way. quickly, the features that are on this, it's a 24, so 24 frets. Locking tuners, like I said before, with the very good graphite nut. This thing's always in tune, like I said. Adjustable Tram. I'm not a huge fan of Trams, but this one stays in tune. I've never had a problem with it. The only thing you have to remember is when you're swapping strings, swap them one at a time. They often recommend you do that even on hardtails. Does it really matter on hardtails? Probably not. On this thing, swap your strings out one at a time and you won't have anything to adjust afterwards. Yep, so just master volume, master tone, 5-way rotary. This one's in Blue Mateo. And yeah, I love this thing. So, like I said, I'll do another quick video. Also, these are the original pickups. I've never seen a point in changing them because honestly, these are probably my favorite sounding pickups out of any guitar I have right now. Currently what I still have is this thing, the S2, and I might make other videos to show the other two just to do a quick review because I've had them for a while as well. I've got a Kurt Cobain Japanese Mustang and the Kurt Cobain Jaguar. The Mustang's got a Duncan Jeff Beck, JB. People say that doesn't actually mean Jeff Beck, but I've always called it a Jeff Beck, so Duncan Jeff Beck. And the Jaguar's got DiMarzios. I'm not a fan of the DiMarzios. Always loved Duncans. No issues with Duncans. Just these things sound better to me. I don't know. Yeah, playability's great. Never had an issue with that. The only weird thing I will say is there seems to be a dead fret on this thing. It just, I don't know if you can hear it, but see any other fret sustains for way longer. It's just that third string 12th fret. I don't know why. I've had luthiers look at it. They just told me dead fret, can't do anything about it. Sometimes the woods and all that, and it doesn't resonate as much as it should. Every other note on this thing sustains for days, just that one fret. Don't ask me why. So just to finish off, quick story of how I actually got this thing. It was in 2007. I was married at the time, for 3 years by then, I think. And I've always wanted a PRS since I was a kid. I don't know why, they always just looked amazing. You don't see as many around. I kind of like that. It's something different, you know? It's not a Strat, it's not a Gibson, it's not any other of the metal guitars you see everyone playing, but they look amazing, they sound amazing. I just always wanted one. So I went to my local store and, you know, not being the richest person, I was looking to get a CE at the time, CE24, and exactly in this color. I wanted it Blue Mateo. I love the contrast of the light blue and then the very light mahogany back with that maple stripe. Just spoke to me. I just really wanted basically this guitar. I went to the local store and they told me, well, we don't have a CE in stock right now. If you order one, it's going to be like $1,800. But hey, we have one. It's in the other store. It's Blue Mateo, exactly like you want. It's a CE, exactly like you want. And we can let you have it for like $1,004. I'm like, oh, shit, $400 less? Is it in perfect condition? It's like, well, let me call the other store and I'll ask them. And if it is, we'll have it shipped here. It'll be here in a week. And it's yours for like $1,004 plus tax. I'm like, sweet. Deal of the century, right? So he calls. The other store assures him, yeah, it's mint condition, hard case, everything. Case candy's still in there. Not a scratch on this thing. Perfect condition. Sweet. have it sent over, please. So like a week goes by. They finally call me and he's like, man, it just got here off the truck. It's still in the case. We haven't opened it. We're waiting for you. Come on over and like, let's make this happen. I rushed there, okay? So I'm happy. I'm finally getting the guitar that I've been wanting forever. And I walk in and the guy's like, oh, here it is, man. It just came off the truck. Here's the case. Let's open it together and let's have a look. And the guy opens the case and sure enough, it's like Blue Mateo PRS, and I'm looking at it quickly and right away I notice there's like a big chip missing right here. Not like a scratch, like an actual chunk of the guitar is missing. And the guy's like, oh, it's perfect, eh? And I'm like, man, there's like a huge fucking chunk missing out of it. The guy obviously hadn't seen it. It just came off the truck. He like stacked the case, waited for me, and we opened it together. He like leans over and he's like, where? And I'm like, right here. There's like a huge chunk missing. He's like, mother. Okay, let me go catch the guy because I'm sending this back. That stupid store keeps doing this to us. They always send us their junk that they can't sell because it's defective and they expect us to deal with it. And big thing. So he ended up sending it back to them and he's like, man, I'm really sorry. I feel bad for you. Is there like anything else in the store that you would actually want and I'll give you a really good deal on it? Well, I'm like, let me have a look. I really wasn't looking to spend that much, originally. Now what happened between when they actually sent it out in that week as I did my taxes, and this was the first year that, like I said, I was married. It was one of the first years that we were together, and she didn't work that whole year. So basically, the government gave me a big fat check, and I'd also sold like a Jackson Randy Rhoads USA that I liked, but Flying V, I don't know, didn't fit. So yeah, I look around the store and I'm like, nothing really. So he's like, oh, well, did you look on the back wall? It's where they keep all the expensive stuff, so it's not really I wasn't really looking to spend that much. I'm like, oh, I'll have a look. And of course, they had one of these on the back wall. Like I said, 20th anniversary Blue Mateo. So right away I'm like, oh shit, Blue Mateo, PRS, exactly. And I'm like, until I saw the price tag. Like no joke, this thing was supposed to be $3,008 plus taxes. I can do the math super quick here and tell you exactly how much that should have been. So it was like $3,800 and then plus Canadian Quebec taxes. It should have ended up being about $4,400, okay? The guy felt bad, so he let me have it basically $400 off. So I got this thing $4,000, sorry, taxes in. Still way more than I would pay for a guitar normally, but you know what, you only live once. And yeah, and that's the story of my PRS and why I will never ever sell this thing. It's my favorite guitar.